Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aashi Adani and for today's video I'm going to be reviewing Nykaa's cheapest makeup. So let's get started. So this is the box I received. Now this has a full face of makeup that we ordered, from your primer to lipstick, everything. I think it cost me about 900 rupees. I've forgotten how many products are in it, but I'm gonna check it out. Now let's just get to it, otherwise the video will be too long. I'm going to be starting with primers. For primer, I've gotten the Lakme Aloe Natural. Now this one is supposed to be great as a primer, so I'm just going to open. I've actually used up a jar of this already. It's really cooling and nice for the skin. And put this all over my face and blend it in. Now this one can get a little tacky, which is why it works perfectly as a primer, and it has skincare ingredients obviously. I don't know if this works effectively in filling your pores, but it's definitely feeling tacky enough to make the makeup sit on it. Moving on to foundation, I have the Blue Heaven makeup stick. Now this one is 100% waterproof and it has so apply concealer stick under your liquid foundation, makeup stick or powder. Apply to dark circles under the eyes by taking little concealer on the stick. So I believe this is supposed to be more of a concealer than a foundation. I am just gonna check. So I am in the shade Natural 3. It's right here. This is what it looks like. This has some, it looks broken and it has something coming out of it, like a hair sort of a thing. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna take it off. I don't know how you're supposed to use this. So I figured it out. There is just this little thing that you have to turn for the stick to come out, and this is what it looks like. Now I have tried a Blue Heaven foundation, which I really didn't like at all. This is the closest base product that I could find that was cheap on Nykaa. So I'm just going to go ahead with this and apply it on my face. This feels really dry and chalky, but I feel like it's warming up on my skin now. Also, it feels very used, like something is breaking it every time, like there is a crack here for some reason. Anyway, it might be a shade light for me, but Blue Heaven again does not have a lot of shade options, and even the foundation that I had bought had 2 shades and I was using the darker one. I'm just gonna put it. Okay. Feels very draggy. It doesn't feel smooth on the skin as well, like any other stick would. I'm just going to blend this in using a foundation brush and then use a sponge if needed. It has a very waxy feeling, and it also smells a lot like, you know, your cheap makeup crayon. It smells like crayons actually, and feels very waxy. It's blending in okay. I don't have a problem with how it's blending. I feel like you would have a hard time if you're using a beauty blender because you can't put in that much pressure, but with a brush you can. Even the coverage is kind of decent. I am not mad at the coverage. I feel like it evened out my skin, but it's definitely not matching my neck. That is, the shade is a miss. I'm just going to take another layer and put it under my eyes for extra coverage. Also, the twisting thing is not convenient at all. Like, you have to have really thin fingers to be able to do that. So I've added some coverage. I feel like it did a decent job, but it's obviously creasing under the eyes. So I'm just going to blend everything in with a beauty sponge. It has a dewy finish, which I don't mind. Actually, I've been enjoying dewy finish these days. Now this is quite drying, so I'm not going to set anything with a powder. I'm just going to let it be because it has a nice dewy finish. Next up, I am going to try the Blue Heaven Diamond Blush on. Now this is how it comes. I'm just going to open it. So the sponge is outside the blush for some reason. I have it in the shade 504. This is what it looks like. Again, this looks quite used. I don't know why the makeup is looking so used and it's dirty, but I believe that's what you get for the price. It also has some scratches on it. I'm really scared that this makeup has been used before. Just going to take a little bit of it, and it has a lot of fallout, as you can see, but I'm just gonna pop this on very lightly. It's very chalky and highly pigmented, like I just touched and it's there. Not bad actually, I don't mind it. And this one is for 125, which is fine. This just actually feels like cotton only. I'm just going to use it to settle the blush down. Again, this smells very talcumy, and you know, like how cheap makeup would smell, it smells a lot like that. And for my highlighter, we have this Shimmer Dust from Blue Heaven as well. This is what it looks like. So it's like loose glitter, which they recommend as a highlighter. So that's what we got. This is for 95 rupees. And oh god, there's glitter everywhere for now, like it's flying. I'm just going to take a fan brush and go in. Okay, I'm really scared to use this. It's all over my clothes now. God. Okay, it's insanely blinding, obviously. You can see that. But because it's loose glitter, see, if it's a lot, it will look like this. But if it's less, it's going to look very scattered. I don't know how I feel about this really. Like, I don't mind, I would use this as an eyeshadow, but as a highlighter, it just feels like a lot of party glitter, like costume glitter. For that, it might work, but I just don't see it on me as a makeup product. It's too much. I'm just going to take it down a notch. I'm going to use a plain brush and just take off excess glitter. And it's actually falling down, like it's all over me right now. Okay, feel like I've toned it down. It looks very chunky. I don't like how it looks on me. So this one is a major fail, but I would use it as an eyeshadow probably with some glitter glue as well. Okay, next up is eyeshadow. I have the Blue Heaven Eye Magic Instant Eyeshadow. I don't know why it's called instant. High intense creamy formula, extra smooth, defined finish, radiant color. This is what the quadrant looks like. I'm just going to open it. It comes with this little sponge applicator, and these are the shades. I am just going to take a brush and pop the brown shade right in my outer edges. That's not bad. That's actually pigmented and it does not have any fallout. I haven't seen fallout yet, which is good. Do the same on the other side. And I'm going for a very neutral look because I mean there's not a lot I can do with these shades. And we just want to test the formula. I mean, you can get other shades. I'm sure they have more quadrants. Just going to buff it in place. And I'm just going to swatch the other shades for y'all so you can see what they look like, and I can also decide which one I'm going to pop in my inner corner. So this is what the shades look like. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the grey one and just pop it all over the lid because I feel like that's the darkest one. I don't like putting like pure silver on my lids because I feel like it washes me out. That's not bad at all. It is not matte, obviously. It is a little metallic, a little glittery. It's not a matte shade, but it is quite pigmented, so I have no complaints over there. And I would use a finger for any other shadow as well, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not treating this any differently. Just going to blend out the edges again. Next up for my brows, I have the Xpression Blue Heaven eyebrow pencil. Now this one has no shades, and I did open it and tried it on. It's quite brown for my eyes. I don't think this will look nice. It is very waxy, so I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm still going to try it. If it looks good, then I will do my entire brow, otherwise I won't. It doesn't, I don't think it's showing up as brown, so that's okay. Anyway, I'm not big on brows. I just fill in all the sparse areas and that's about it. But if I'm trying to go like over my hair, you can actually see the brown, so let's not. Next up for kajal, I have the Miss Claire Glimmer Stick for the eyes in black E1. This is for 65 rupees. Oh, also the brow pencil was for 45 rupees. This is what it looks like. And okay, so it's like a normal pencil. I'm just going to pop it in the waterline quickly. Okay, this is not creamy at all, like you really have to put some pressure. It's not even the blackest black, like it feels okay. Like that is one swatch and you can't really see a lot of black. Again, that's not a lot. Mascara. For my mascara, I have, what is this? Insight Mascara. This is what the packaging is like. I have it in the do we have a shade name? I don't think there's a shade name, and this is for 110 rupees. That's very interesting what the packaging looks like. Just going to open it. So you get like a brushy side, a comb side, and this is hygienic as well, like you can cover it. This is what the mascara looks like. I'm just going to pop it on. So this doesn't feel bad at all. I feel like it's not doing much for my brows though. Like I feel like it's a little longer maybe, but it's not volumizing. In fact, if I put more than a layer, I can see like that my lashes are sticking together, and I don't like clumpy lashes, so that's not gonna work. But I feel like it's doing something. I don't feel like it's horrible or it's not doing anything. It's doing something. It's decent. I don't think if you guys can tell the difference. I think it's because the bristles are quite far away from each other. I don't see a lot of that. But I am going to use the comb and I'm just going to brush through my brows once. And to bring everything together, obviously I have a lipstick. Now this lipstick is from Insight. It's a matte lipstick in the shade Pink Curve. This is what it looks like. So it's quite creamy, it looks matte, and of course it's going to transfer, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Any lipstick would transfer. So I'm impressed with the shade. It doesn't look bad at all, but I can see the lipstick is clumping up on the dry areas, But that's my bad. That's fixable. Just exfoliate and moisturize. That is not a bad thing. I'm actually impressed with the lipstick. Yeah, so this is what my full face looks like. Now that I've realized that the cheapest makeup on Nykaa comes from Blue Heaven or Insight. I personally prefer the brand Insight over Blue Heaven because I've tried both and I think the Insight products are just better and more sturdy. The packaging is even better, and I'm surprisingly not mad at my base, which is something that is the most important to me. I spend most of my time just doing my base when I'm doing my makeup, because I mean that's the whole point. And I'm not mad at the base, I'm really mad at the highlighter. But other than that, it's not as bad as I expected. I mean, I did a whole face of makeup under rupees 900, so that's gotta count for something. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys super soon. Bye.